Hey, what's going on, guys? Logan from ID Reptiles here. Here's my dad behind the camera.
Hey guys.
But I am bringing you guys here the snake list for the auction of July 24th, which is tonight. The auction is going to be going at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time as per normal. But once again, the video is coming up a little bit late. I was studying all yesterday for my one of my final exams today, and then I actually have another one on Thursday. So without further ado, let's actually get on with the list. We actually have two of the headliners that we were talking about before, but we just couldn't really decide in between them, and they just kind of fit together. One is a female, one is a male. They're in the number 3 and 4 slots, so you look for them when they come up. But without further ado, let's get to the first snake. The first snake is really awesome if you guys are going to be doing any of the highway and freeway stuff. So if you have any gravel or asphalt in your collection or plan to have it in your collection, this little girl is a must-have. This is a pastel yellow belly, and the great thing about having a pastel rather than just a yellow belly is that when you have the pastel hit on those freeway and highway combos, they get really, really white, and then they'll have that black and yellow striping to them, which is, you know, just iconic. But just very, very pretty, and this little girl is an absolute pig. So she actually just ate 2 rat crawlers slash pups. Yesterday one had its eyes open, one had its eyes closed. So I always call eyes closed but running around the crawlers, and then eyes open they turn pups. And I just realized that she actually has like almost a little bit of a ringer, like a halfway one.
Yeah, she does.
Show that on camera. Yeah, very pretty, but it doesn't continue on the other side. But let's get her weight. 196, so just under 200 grams right here. So she's got a good start to her, and I can guarantee that she'll eat well. So if you're looking for a little pet where you don't have to worry about the feeding of a hatchling, where, you know, every meal really counts because they're so tiny, this is a perfect size for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her back. And the second one is a little baby produced here. You guys may know her from our second clutch. Just gonna be squirting my hands. But she is a spider, and she is either fire or vanilla. We know that she is one, we just cannot decipher which one because they really do the same thing in that combo where they brighten it up. But regardless, it is a gorgeous snake, so let's go ahead and pull her out. And she is a little thing. She is one of Dr. Smooth's babies. The pairing was Dr. Smooth, the leopard fire spider, paired to a vanilla pistave, also known as our girl Cream. So let's go ahead and set her down. Coming in at 74 grams.
Getting bigger though.
Yeah. So she is going to need some more meals before she does leave here, but regardless, we are in a heat wave right now, so we can't ship out anyway, so it's probably going to end up being the same shipping date. But very pretty little girl here, and if you think you can decipher if it is fire or vanilla, you can take your best guesses. They are actually allelic to each other, so they'll actually make some crazy stuff. So if your plan is to make super fires and you end up with some screams, it's going to be, you know, not a huge disappointment, but it'll actually be kind of a nice surprise because either which way the combo is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and put her back and pull out the next snake. This is going to be the first of those front runners that I was talking about before. She is absolutely amazing, carries one of my all-time favorite genes, and you guys know what that is. That's black pastel. This little girl here is an onyx. An onyx is a combo of black pastel and what is known as het red axanthic. Het red axanthic is a visual het, and you may have heard it referred to as green pastel, but look at how pretty she is. Just look at the contrast of her back striping to the blushing around it, just absolutely gorgeous. And then she just has this chaotic looking pattern on there. It's just really fascinating. I'm gonna go ahead and show you her other side. Just very, very pretty. And let's go ahead and get a weight on her. She as well ate 2 rat pups last night.
You can see in this light why they also call it green pastel.
Was it showing green on the camera?
In that other shot when you were holding it, the sides look green.
Oh. So, like I said, just under 300 grams, she would do perfect as a pet or as a breeder. She is carrying a great gene, being black pastel, you know, great one, my favorite one. But she is also right at that pet size where you don't have to worry about a hatchling. She is just well started, and I know that she pigs out, so you won't have to worry about feeding. So same thing is actually going to go for the next one here, which is the other front runner that I was talking about, but this one is a male, and this one has a really, really cool name. If you guys thought Onyx was a cool name, this one's even cooler. Oh, let me get back in there.
Let them see it first.
Yeah. So I want you guys to guess first. This is a 3-gene male. And I just want you guys to pay attention to one thing that's really cool. Just look at that really clean stripe that goes all the way down the back. Does not get cut off one bit. Let's show you guys the sides. Show you guys the other side.
Hold it still for a second.
Oh. I'm trying.
Yeah, get it and then hold it so I can get a focus. There you go.
Just a very, very pretty little guy. He is what is known as a death by chocolate. So it is a 3-gene, being Mojave, Pinstripe, and chocolate. Mojave and Pinstripe is also known as jigsaw, so if you want to call it a chocolate jigsaw, you can, but that's just not as cool as calling it a death by chocolate, let's just be honest. But this guy would make a great pet. As you can see, he loves to be handled. He is a little bit more active, so if you're looking for something that it doesn't just ball up, but instead will run through your hands, this is the little guy for you. And he had 1 rat pup last night, so let's go ahead and see what he weighs. Come back here. So he's coming in at 239 grams, so just about 240. And if you're looking for a pet, this guy is great. And if you're looking for a breeder, you can't go wrong with males that have 3 genes and really just change up what the babies are going to be, because there's going to be a lot of options. Because just coming out of him, there are 8 options, right? 8.
Oh, out of him?
Yeah. So even if you were to pair him to normals and you just get 8 eggs, you could have completely different babies in every egg. And that is really cool. So now we're going to be getting to the last of our ball pythons. We do have 2 geckos available once again. This one was also produced here in-house, and you guys saw the cutting for that on the video, or on video. It was our spot nose paired to our clown. I am gonna have to pull out and sex these ones. I'm pretty certain on one of them here. I think it is this one.
The bright one.
Yep, bright orange. Absolutely gorgeous. But this one is a normal 100% het clown. Let me see. Yep, this is her. It's the other side. Just look at how crazy orange she is on the sides. She almost looks like a little orange dream almost. She's just missing the top blushing. But just look at how crazy that is. She's got that crazy orange going on. But very, very pretty little girl here. Let's go ahead and see. I'm pretty sure this is a female, but I just want to show you guys. Look, little girl. Very pretty little girl. And she is going to be available. She is still needing her meals. So if she can take 3 strong meals, then she'll go just like that. But otherwise, she is going to need 5. But if I'm confident after 3 that she is a solid eater, then we will do that. But that is the last of our ball pythons with a gorgeous, gorgeous little girl. And we are going to be moving on to the geckos, with one being a African fat tail, which if you're looking for a pet that isn't as energetic as a leopard gecko, because leopard geckos tend to always be moving. So if you're looking for something that'll just sit and just kind of hang out with you, a fat tail is the way to go. If you're looking for something that has a little bit more energy, that, you know, will move around in your hands while you hold it, then the leopard gecko is the way to go. So with this little girl in particular, she does get startled if you pick her up too fast, so just take your time and just slowly pick her up, and there you go. Otherwise, she just makes some noises, nothing much more than that. But there's one thing that's really cool with her I want to show off. Not only does she have that really cool stripe and really cool color to her, look at that contrast. But also, notice that she is very, very reduced in this pattern. How she only has that small amount of brown in there. And then here, if we want to compare her to the one that we sold on auction last week, look at the difference. This one is very bright, and then this one is very contrasted. And that one we obviously just woke up from its nap. So, very pretty little girl. Let's go ahead and get her weight once the scale turns on. Oh, 22 grams. Growing by the second. But very pretty little girl. Let's go ahead and put her back and show you the leopard gecko that we got here. So this one does come with a story. It was not what was planned to come out of this pairing because it was an accidental sire. It was a dual sire situation. And the story is, I'm gonna start off with the female. The female is that produced this was a giant blazing blizzard. Blazing blizzard is a double recessive, which is blizzard and tremper albino. So we were going to pair her to our super hypo tangerine emerald cross visual tremper albino male, also known as a solar flare, that really deep orange male that we have. And we thought we were gonna get all these, you know, albinos that are het for blizzard. But no, when we actually got the giant blazing blizzard female, we brought her home, but the breeder only just brought them all in one box. So they got transported home in one box, thinking that we would get 3 separate containers. But it turns out the male that we got at the same time as her and her actually happened to be very good friends on the way home. And he is a super giant Max Snow. So this little baby here is a Max Snow 100% double het blazing blizzard, and he should be 100% giant with a 50% chance of being a super giant. You can tell because he is already huge for, you know, his age. Let me see if it has a birthday on here. I think he was born on June 16th. And he was born at 4 grams. Now let's go ahead and see what he weighs now. But as you can see, this is the difference. Leopard geckos love to crawl all over you, whereas that fat tail is just kind of sitting in my hand. So if you want something that you're gonna actually handle like this, leopard gecko is perfect for you. Let's go ahead and get him down there. He is 15 grams, and this guy just barely ticked over a month old. And he is already, you know, 1/3 of the way to breeding size. And you know that weight actually is, they kind of grow exponentially because as they get bigger they're able to take in more food. So this guy is definitely going to hit that giant mark, and we're gonna have to see if you do have, if you continue to feed him well, you'll definitely see if he'll hit that super giant mark, which is, you know, just tipping over 100 grams. I believe the cutoff is 110 grams. But very pretty boy. I love his yellow that's just starting to break in, and he's got that really cool blue going on for his eye caps. Just absolutely pretty. But other than that, that is going to be it for this auction. As always, it is going to be at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time here on the IDR YouTube channel. So other than that, we hope to see you guys there, and we'll see you tonight.